Welcome, welcome. We're live now. Oh, yeah. Crowd noises. Yes. Okay, and I'm just gonna adjust the camera a little bit. There we go. Cause okay, that should have it. Haha! I just got a notification on my phone that Kemetic Independent Channel is going live.
Oh, dude, turn it on, turn it on, turn it on.
Yeah. Gotta love it. Oh, well, I think the holiday madhouse has begun. Certainly, if the traffic today was any indication. So, um, I guess we're kicking off a season. Of course, our theme tonight is sailing for Wadjyt, for Bast, for Hathor, and for Neith. And Moot has a sailing just a short time later, I believe. So, this is the time of year when the goddesses go out on their party barge. And,
I'm on a boat.
no, well, I'm thinking more like the debate in the Great Outdoors between Uncle Chet and Uncle Roman about jet boat versus pontoon boat. Yeah, but that's just me. Either way, that's what we're doing tonight. So, hello. Hi, everybody.
Party barges.
Huh? Party barges? Yes, we're doing our party barge, and I'm glad it's Friday. Hope that the week has been okay for everyone, and if not, you know what? Let's just start off a nice weekend. So. And wish me luck, guys, because this weekend I'm hoping to plug in some MIDI cables that I got and see if I can actually mess with that keyboard. Because the keyboard that my younger brother found in his attic, he brought it over Thanksgiving, and I got batteries for it over the weekend, and it works. So I got a free Casio CTK synthesizer. Much mischief will hopefully ensue. And of course, we cannot forget how can we forget these cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me as Tefnut purifies me. Hail to you, actually. Come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts. And we are suddenly awake, and we've cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure.
Is that what you would call a rude awakening?
Well, forgive me. I it was a little naughty of me. I thought, oh, poor thing, you're yawning. I've got the cure for that. And Darren just gives me this dirty look.
Yeah, but this is the fun thing. You're really playing with him because you wake him up with the cool water, so you knock him out again
with the myrrh.
Well,
Going home.
Well, well, I'm gonna make it up to you later with a nice dinner. So.
Wake me when it's ready.
Oh, what was this song? Wake Me When September Ends or something like that?
Yeah.
Or alternatively, Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. Oh yeah, and I guess it's officially Whamageddon season, so no trolling anybody with Wham. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light. The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to all those who are tuning in with us, now and in the future, throughout the four corners of the world. This eye of Horus comes, and we are purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
You arise in the Aketis Kepri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, or yes, for such is your ability. And hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Maybe we need to double up on the Hika today.
Like somebody's got the hiccups.
Very punny.
They laughed.
Oh, well, okay. Well, good. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O you eyes of Ra, Neith the Great, Hathor, Bast and Wadjyt, you lords and ladies of love and life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out a spet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Yes, and if anyone's tuning in and can't really see what the altar has on it, we set up our little mini boat today, which is painted green and yellow like a papyrus raft, and we have Bast and Hathor and Neith in it, and Wadjyt's kind of off to the side, following along. And we'll go ahead and light our candle for Sekhmet as well. Because I suspect, even if there isn't a surviving record of a sailing feast for her around this time, then there were probably some areas where around this time of year she would have as well. So, yeah, something on the calendar said, "Oh, hey, yeah, it's party barge time."
Besides, if there's one way to make sure she doesn't drink the river, it's invite her.
That's right.
Meanwhile, the other gods are floating by in the Nile are like, I want on this.
Yeah, I want in on this. Yeah. Break me off some of that, Joe.
But somebody had to have a jet boat.
Somebody
had to have a jet boat. There are others that wanted a party barge out of it.
Yes.
No. And maybe the question is asked if, why not a yacht? I mean, a yacht. Sorry.
So you got me thinking, and I'm like, okay, Set would be the one on the jet boat, thinking he's like really cool. And meanwhile, on the party barge, everybody else is like, grilling dogs and stuff. It's like, yeah, have fun on your jet boat. We got all the snacks. And to that end, take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. Oyanetcheru, these waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, Oyanetcheru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. Its fragrance is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. This incense is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread. Our little fall leaf over here.
The bread on which gods live?
Yes, sir. Well, it's just as I was lifting it up, I knocked over the little
okay.
fall leaf.
I'm just helping you make sure you pick up where you left off.
All right. Yes, this is bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, so you know you lift to your faces and be at peace with it. Now, something that I did want to share, because it's kind of particular with these, because these are some German gingerbread cookies. I got them from World Market. So if you have a World Market around you, go and look for the sample box here, because I'll see if I can get it where the camera can see the logo for this particular one. Because, let's see if you can see it. If it'll come into focus, this is actually the hieroglyphs for Jet. Hang on. There we go. It's just starting.
Barely.
Yeah, it says Tet, but that's actually Jet. But that's okay. You have the cobra, and then the T sign, and then the helper sign underneath. But that's we would recognize it as an Egyptian word for eternity. It says here the Tet sign shows hieroglyphs of a rising sun and a snake. I mean, kind of misunderstood it a little bit there, but the creator of these cookies, Balsan, discovered it in Egypt the thought is everlasting. That was his goal, to build something that endures. 4 generations later, it's still our goal. So anyway, they used it as a logo for their cookie company in Germany. But I thought, you know what? How appropriate for offerings. So they're German, yeah, they're German gingerbread cookies, but.
And if you have a world market in your area and you find some, great, mail them.
No, now's the time to get. Yeah, now's the time to get the Lebkuchen cookies because they're a seasonal thing, and get them before everybody else snarfs
You
them.
may
up.
also mail those.
It is also kind of worth noting that Germany and German language is the other half of Egyptology.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, there's French being one, and yeah, English, French, and German. Yeah, they all have a connection. But yeah, so we offer some German gingerbread cookies, and our wine. Because for those that are tuning in from the southern hemisphere, this is the first half of their warm season, their planting season. So we definitely want prayers for them to have a prosperous garden, and for those of us that are in the fallow stage, let it bring about fruitfulness when spring returns. So the gardens prosper and Happy rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Yenachur. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure, pure is Neith the Great within her house. Hathor, mistress of Dindara, within her house. Bastet, mistress of Ankatawi, within her house. And Wadjyt, mistress of Pei and Dep, within her house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Happy gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra Horaketi, for Neith, Hathor, Bast, Wadjyt, and Sekhmet, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horaketi. Come to your bodies, O Neith, Hathor, Bast, Sekhmet, Wadjyt. Come to your bodies, O Yenachuru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your hika, your power, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Neith, Hathor, Bast, Wadjyt, Sekhmet. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. O Ra Horaketi, and your son, The Osir Nisu Nevkeperu Ra. Your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead, we light this candle that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way into us. Good. And we bring to them these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. And for anyone who may have lost someone recently, we'll honor them and we'll say the voice offering prayer. It also include one of the members of Fleetwood Mac, Christine McVie, passed away this week. And, those of us that are, of course, the wonderful thing about it is their music, started in I think the late 60s and then into the 70s and then in the 80s. So there are people my parents' age and then people, our age that are fans, so they really crossed several generations. And so, we lost, one of their voices. But I hope that somewhere in the fields of peace that there's a really rocking concert going on this weekend. All I can say. Horekeru ta henket kakao abdu senechirmerha kutnevet nafrawabet alket nacharim and cow and akupu nivu ma heru nivu hirnachira. A voice offering of bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these aku, all true of voice before the great God. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your ka shall live. Truly, your Enid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law eternally. This fet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. And may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay, just gonna check over at our stuff. Holiday Rosetta is in my calendar today. Yes. Ever been to Community Center in California? Oh, I'm for sarcastic. Can't stay, but please send a prayer to Jehuti to help me with that paper and finals coming up. Absolutely. Mm. Oh goodness. Oh, Kayleen, hi from the Southern Hemisphere. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Let's see. So, all righty, we'll definitely do that. Oh man, goodness. Yeah. Well, prayers for our blessed dead, and let's start off with a prayer on Sarcastic's behalf for Jehuti, and oh goodness, what else did I see? Yeah, I see Ferry had asked a question if I'd ever been to a particular place in California. I guess you were asking. The only places in California have been around the greater Los Angeles area, and then the airport in San Fran for a switch over. But it's someplace I'd love to go tool around some more. But, Mary Draw, you're gonna be doing a belly dance showcase. That is so cool. We asked Hathor to bless you, and I know you were talking about wanting to find some kind of a Hathor crown that would actually stay on when dancing. That's a good question. I always wondered, like in the reliefs, you see kings and queens with these really really tall crowns, and it does beg the question: how did that stay on, or did they just have it on like briefly and then put it down so they could do the rest of whatever they needed to do? But yes, let's start off with prayer to Jehuti that he may share his wisdom with everyone and his patience and his insight with everyone who's studying for finals right now, because that part of the year can be pretty stressful. But I tell you, the most awesome thing to me was after a final was done and all the time, it's like you could kind of breathe a sigh of relief and enjoy the fact that classes were over. So, hail and praise unto you, O Jehuti, thrice great God, the son of Ra, Lord of Hemnu, wise one in Unu. You report to Ra every morning, messenger of humankind. You know people by their speech and judge them by their deeds. Those true of voice before Osu, their names are in your list. The Aeneid gives you praise as you guide the bark of millions, as you cast out the evil one, as you change strife into peace. You know all secrets, all books, all deeds, the fleeting moment, the hour of night. No report to Ra is forgotten. Your words endure for eternity. Friend of the people, wise and impartial, great one, Lord of Ma'at. And for Lady Hathor, something that I wrote earlier in the year. Hail, O Hathor, golden lady, mistress of love, O beautiful one who comes in joy, mistress of dancing and revelry, beloved daughter of Ra, lady of turquoise and gold. You light up the sky with your brilliance, shine upon all faces, and bless us with your love. O Eye of Ra, may you defend us from every evil. O Mistress of the West, may you embrace our blessed dead. and guide us safely to them when our day of mooring comes. And may your energy and your grace be with Mary Dra as she dances tomorrow. And to Neith. Hail unto you, O Neith the Great, Mistress of Sace in your going forth, Lady of Life, who opens the ways, Eye of Ra, which has no equal. You go forth from your house in the 4 hours of night, in the month of Rachnejes, to perform your secret rites. For yours is the power to clear all paths. Yours is the power to move all obstacles. Yours is the power to destroy the evil one. Mistress of the East, Mistress of the West, Mistress of the North, Mistress of the South. Heaven and earth are under your command. Holy Mother, who gives all life, protect us, O Neith, as you protect your son Ra. And let's not forget Bast. There it is. Hail and praise unto you, Bastet, Lady of Love, Lady of Life, Daughter of Atum, firstborn of the Lord of all, greatest goddess, Lady of Heaven, Mistress of all the gods. You open the movements of Shu, for he is your messenger. You slaughter with your arrows, and you slay the evil one, and seize the hearts of the wicked foes. Lady of the Shrine, foremost of the sacred fields, Mistress of Perfume, Mistress of Joy, O Eye of Horus, O Eye of Ra, Uraeus, whom Ra loves, protect us until the dawn. All right. Let me get a little bit of water. And lastly for Wadjyt. Dua Wadjyt, Nacheritaat, Iritin Ra, Kineturet, Satra imi datas, Yaritin Ra nebet pet, Dua Wadjyt nebet pe nebet dep, Dua Wadjyt nebet tawi. Great goddess, the Eye of Ra, the great young feline, Uraeus of Ra, daughter of Ra in her act of striking, Mistress of the Sky, Mistress of Pei and Mistress of Depth, Mistress of the Two Lands. Okay.
Yeah, it definitely is strange that segment is not in that party. I mean, everybody else literally is.
Oh goodness. Okay, and Alex says December or January are going to be tough emotionally because that's when they lost their dad and best friend. Both passed away in January. And prayers for them and for you too. You know, and for those of us up here, it's winter time. It's can be a tough time. So may Hathor bring you joy, help you find sunshine even in the winter, and bring you comfort of knowing that your loved ones are with her. And I'd have to go and look at there's probably some reference to something for Sekhmet that's obscure and not like maybe not necessarily in the Cairo calendar, but we also have to remember that there are a lot of places that would have had a whole liturgical calendar written out, but we just don't have it anymore. Either in papyrus or on a written in stone somewhere. We happen to have it for Wadjyt because I believe it was Tithmos of the. It was one of the Tithmosite kings that commissioned something. He set endowments for okay, the temple will receive this much for such and such day, and that's how we know what the calendar was for her temple in um, what the Greeks called Budo, pay and depth. Uh, so by accident, we happen to know a fairly good idea of what the festival calendar for the year was for the Temple of Wadjyt. However, we don't have that for say Unu. That's actually something I would love to research, try to find out what little scraps can be found that can kind of help us put together what was the festival calendar for Unu, Heliopolis. What was that like? Of course, that was one of the biggest and oldest religious centers in the country. As a matter of fact, Thebes styled itself as the Heliopolis of the South, and it was meant to sort of mirror where Ra-Horeketi was in the north, and just with Amun-Ra in the south. And so, like, if you see Tutankhamun's name, if you see his personal name, it has Hekai Nishima. Those three characters down at the bottom. It means ruler of the southern Heliopolis. So that's how what they were trying to do. So the Heliopolis was like the old sacred center, but we have so little of it left. So there had to be a pretty intense festival calendar, and there probably were going forths for Sekhmet and for Hathor, because we know she had a shrine there, and lots of things like that. But we just don't have anything surviving, that we're aware of yet. So we always
have so little of Bast.
Yeah, for Bast as well, because her city, has so little left. But we can always hope that that something can be found. That's the most tantalizing thing is that somebody could turn over a shovel tomorrow and find something, and we'll hear about it in the news, but eventually they'll translate it and be like, oh hey, we just found a calendar for wherever. So that's always the hope.
They're holding their breath because they found a tunnel recently that may hopefully lead it to some information about the Ptolemaic dynasty and up to Cleopatra.
Oh yeah, I saw something about that. But yeah, see, to me the most exciting discoveries are not the tombs, but things that are written, because then you get to you get new knowledge in their own words. So I always hope for more things like that to be found.
Just have to hope everything hasn't been lost in the sinking.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got our cookies set up. I got the bowl set up for that. I'm just going to check over here real quick. Okay, and Preston Sobek. I feel like he's reaching out to me right now. And okay, Luigi Tipani has done some work with the calendars. Okay, that's something I'd have to look up. But and Sebekekwe lost their brother right around this time. Yeah. Okay, and you know what? Sobek actually, Neith and Sobek have a feast right around Christmas itself. So, it's not unsurprising that Sobek might be active. So we will be fetting him very soon. But if you've got some cookie requests, go ahead and put those out. I'll be looking for those. And our love and sympathy, for Alex and for Sebekekwe, who, lost your brother at this time. And I can't imagine that, because I have two brothers that they're crazy, but I love them very much, and I couldn't, couldn't imagine not having them. So, said our love and sympathy. But I do have to say, I do have to express some thanks though, because yesterday we got to visit with my 91-year-old grandmother, who just beat COVID pneumonia, and she's in rehab, and she will be going home this weekend. And I got to talk to her. It's been the first time in like, I think 16 years since, I've gotten to see her. We barely recognized each other at first, but she, to give you an idea of what kind of a feisty lady she is, she said, I'm going home Sunday or else I'm going to walk home. So they're going to let me out or I'm going to walk home. And I was talking with her and kind of catching up, and she said, she had beaten cancer twice. And she said, at this point, I know that's not going to kill me. It's probably going to be something stupid. But to give you a little bit of context, her mother, my great-grandmother, died when she was 97 or 98, and she had sisters that lived to 100, 101. So my grandmother conceivably could have another 10 years. And she said, yeah, it's just not going to be something like cancer that kills me. It's probably going to be something stupid. And so...
like time.
Or something, whatever. But that kind of sharp and ironic sense of humor, I've been accused of having an ironic sense of humor, and if so, I come by it honestly. Oh, and some of my proclivities in writing as well, because, 90-year-old grandmother, she was reading a smut novel. I asked her, well, what kind of books do you like to read, Grandma? And I could see the one on the bed. She said, oh, trashy books. So, so there you go. But I was grateful to spend some time with her. So we'll start off with a cookie for everyone. Actually, okay, we got two. So this is for everyone. If you happen to be, catching us after the fact, then this applies for you. And then we'll get all the special requests momentarily. All right. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year. So to read it again, write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year. Dare I say, Wadjyt had a little hand in that. He's telling us to write it on our hearts. Now, to follow up with that, you will learn something new every day. Wow. Okay, let me put these. Yeah, let me put these two together. Now remember, this is for everyone. You will learn something new every day. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year.
Be thankful, people.
So, yeah, I think that is a message of optimism, but especially, it's in your power to make it so.
Yes.
So approach each.
Also, somewhere in there, I'm getting a sense that it's saying be alert and be thankful.
Mm-hmm. Keep something in mind. Every day that you see the sun come up, even if it's not literally going out and watching, the sunrise, if the sun comes up on another day for you, that is in itself a victory. Because think of everything that Ra goes through to go through the underworld and then come back up. And so you're there to see it. You're part of that victory. So it always, every day that the sun comes up starts off on a positive note. And as for our requests, and by the way, thank you guys, thank all of you for those super thanks. Let's see, and all right, we're going to start with Blue Conlon and then Alex. So. Okay. Blue Conlon. You will reach the highest possible point in your business or profession. You will reach the highest possible point in your business or profession. So, go for it. Sky's the limit. So, Alex? Hey, Alex? You will inherit a large sum of money.
And give it to us.
No. Now spend it on yourself. Make yourself better. And then if you got some left over, sure, super thank us. But you will inherit a large sum of money.
Doesn't everybody like to know that?
Well, now keep in mind, sometimes remember inheriting. The flip side of that means that somebody dies,
Not necessarily.
or can, but hopefully not. So we hope that it's under good circumstances, and that you're happy and that you're able to spend it to get yourself a nice place, do something cool. So, but good tidings, they're going to be coming. Okay, Zabalin and then Sebekekaway. Okay. Zabalin, you will never know your full potential until you try. You will never know your full potential until you try. So don't be afraid. Go for it. I get the sense they're telling you you've got a whole lot of untapped stuff you didn't even know was there, but you'll figure it out when you go for it. Okay. Sebekekaway. Sebekekaway. Face facts with dignity. This was oddly rather straightforward. Face facts with dignity.
No waiting.
And I'm getting the sense that they're wanting to say, keep in mind you're not the only one who's having to deal with whatever it is. So, face it with dignity because, you don't want to minimize that somebody else is, going through the same thing. But hopefully that'll make some sense to something specific. Okay. So Lawrence Trudell and 9/11 Wanaib. So Lawrence. Oh my. Lawrence, you got 2. Okay. So the first one. Conquer your fears. Otherwise, your fears will conquer you. Now, the second part to this. Burnt bridges are hard to cross. So putting these together, conquer your fears. Otherwise, your fears will conquer you. Burnt bridges are hard to cross. The overwhelming sense that I get has something to do with dealing with somebody. And maybe that you might be trying to avoid dealing with them, but you're going to need to for some reason. You know, you'll know more about what that's saying. But either
it's suggesting that they're going to come across a situation or an individual, and they can choose to do this the easy way by either blowing up or being prideful or something to that effect,
or even just avoiding it. But that will
Right.
leave you with fewer options. So
there's a negative option that is easier, and then there's a harder option that'll come out to the better.
yes, it'll ultimately be more positive. So
You'll know what you're doing.
yeah. Okay, so 9/11 Okay, Jakesh Habiokum. So hey, sorry I haven't been here a while. Struggling with health issues and no time off from work. Have time tonight because I'm in the hospital recovering from surgery. Oh goodness. Well, a speedy recovery for you. Oh goodness, Ebakekwe, half of your siblings have died. I'm so sorry. Couldn't imagine, but it's okay. And Jakesh Habiokum also needs one, so we're going 9/11. Okay. Okay. And, that's right. For cooking some fresh from me. Just had my thyroid removed today. I wish for a speedy full recovery. Absolutely, yeah. Unfortunately, my grandmother's health isn't the best at the moment. Okay, in this space I go by Bast Hobby or just Hobby. Okay. Alrighty, so Hobby. Here. Okay. Alright, so 9/11, then Hobby, and then Sarana. So this first one's for 9/11. There we go. That makes it a little easier. Didn't want to tear it. Okay. Follow your heart and you will find happiness. So 9/11, follow your heart and you will find happiness. And I'm immediately thinking of decisions about, which option do I take? Do I take the one that, maybe is, what's expected or, what might be more rational, whatever. Well, follow your heart. Do what makes you happy. Follow your heart and you will find happiness. So. And now for hubby. And we definitely ask Mama Sekhmet to grant you a speedy recovery. And I know it can be hard to do that in a hospital, but may you have a restful recovery there. Hubby, the best way to have the last word is to apologize. I don't know what that's in reference to, but they're saying the best way to have the last word is to apologize. Okay, now Serana, and then Penguin. Mm. I think Mama Sack might snatch somebody up. You okay, boo? Okay. So Serana. Serana, why not go out on a limb? Isn't that where the fruit is? To read it one more time. Why not go out on a limb? Isn't that where the fruit is? I have to say, overall, the message that I'm seeing with all of these is there's a lot of good out there and a lot of potential that's waiting for it to be ours. Just have the courage to go out there and get it. Dance your heart out. Go for that thing that makes you happy, and you'll be better for it. So just have a little courage, and the world can be yours. So next is Penguin. Oh, and that one just popped right out of there. Oh, this is really cute. To say penguin, no bird soars too high if they soar with their own wings. Never mind the fact that officially penguins are flightless birds. You can fly as high as you want if you soar with your own wings. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Kaisobe. Let's see. Mm. Oh, and so how was saying the toxic person I have to work with always gets in the last word, usually some kind of observation on something she finds weird about me or my decor or bumper stickers. Oh yeah, people like that are really annoying. If it's a coworker, oh goodness. The funny thing is there is a spell that I wrote notes on almost 10 years ago now, like for how to get someone to only say things that are positive about you. But and I rewrote a little bit what the original spell was because I never try to work any kind of hiccup to hurt someone, only to get something positive, like let them not say anything negative about me, and it seemed to work. I was actually writing it for Darren, but I'd have to eventually when I can publish a collection of things that'll be in it. But I know how to work with her as I need to for the sake of her son, whom I'm a caregiver for, while making our currently toxic relationship as non-toxic as possible for my end. I can totally get that. Yeah. Yeah. And I think you got a good idea, hubby, for how to deal with that. So yeah. And I think they're telling you, to go with that kind of approach. But Kai Sobek, definitely we need to get you a fortune. And yeah, we were just saying that there's a feast for Neith and Sobek coming up, so we'll certainly be hoping you can join us for that. There we go. Let's see what Papa Dial has to say. There is no security in life, only opportunity. There is no security in life, only opportunity. Now, that's something that may seem harsh at first, but it's really not. What it's saying is, don't take anything for granted, but take opportunities when you get them, because that's how you build for yourself something. And certainly Darren and I have been there. When Darren's gotten laid off and things like that. We both have had that happen before. And, that whole thing about there not being any security. Yeah, we've been there. But if you take opportunities where you find them, then you can make up for the shortfalls. So don't worry about what isn't there. Worry about what is. There's no security in life, only opportunity. And again, they're saying there's lots of good things to be had out there. It's just, again, you're going to have to be willing to confront some things directly and be honest with yourself. And if you do that, then you'll come out better on the other side. I think that's what they're telling us. So, okay, if there's any more cookies requests, let me know. And if not, we'll go ahead and wrap up for the evening. I really can't imagine it's so big with pom-poms. I don't know if I can see that, but I could certainly see him reach out and pat you on the shoulder and say, I'm right there with you. Because he seems like the kind that's quiet, not openly demonstrative, but he's there. Because, if nothing else, think about how crocodiles hunt. They wait and they watch for an opportunity. So that's their lesson. And we have lots of cookie crumbs. But okay. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure, as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shenit in Unu, endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Asset in Necheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wadjyt and Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti and Kemetic endures. As the name of Ra and the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Neith, O Hathor, Bast, Wadjyt, Sekhmet. You have come in peace, O Yunechiru, to Jehuti. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, Neith, Hathor, Bast, Wadjyt, Sekhmet, Jehuti. May you go forth in peace, O Yunechiru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Okay, and let me just double check and make sure there weren't any other requests. Yeah, and I agree with that assessment. You know, solid and calm, but can explode into action to protect any who ask him to. And okay, and Celery, glad you were here too. Hope that you know it's getting close to the end of a semester or whatever, you know, for you too, and you're able to relax a little bit. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, my prayers for health and happiness and love for everybody, and that we make it through this holiday season and it's not too crazy, so that we can wrap up 2022 and get ready to start 2023. Love you guys, and wish me luck. I'm working on the episode for this month. It's going to be a Christmas thing, as in I'm shooting to have it, you know, released around Christmas, so you'll have something to watch while you're, you know, having to put up with more family. So yeah, hopefully it'll be something fun. But until then, see you guys next week, and we love you.
Bless you all. Good guy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And bye for now from Australia. Yeah. Awesome. I don't know if I can try it. Okay. Oh, thank you. Hey, Brian. Listen. Thank you so much. Thank all of you guys. Love you all, and see you again real soon. Big hugs, y'all.
We love you guys.